everyone, it is me, your favorite actor, the Hollywood assassin, Marc Chouen, for another episode of Hollywood's Corner, brought to you by Shot of Wrestling. Today, my guest is a very good friend of mine. He is part of the Satsujin squad, one half of the BCW Tag Team Champions with the East Coast Syndicate, my man, Dominick Denaro. My man, Dominick Denaro, how you doing? Dude, looking fresh. Look at you, bro.
Thank you. You know, that's courtesy of a Shot of Wrestling, where you can get these tank tops wherever tank tops are sold, I think.
I believe so. I'm not in charge of the marketing department. I'm pretty bad at that part. I do my thing. Abel does his as far as that goes. But, dude, I got to say, you make it look good. I mean, I can tell you've been working out over the pandemic. You're rocking that thing better than I would. Last time I saw you, bro, was BCW Anniversary 4, where we won the tag team championships. Well, you guys won it. I was there supporting you guys in the sidelines. But you and Chris Barton become the first ever BCW tag team champions. Dude, how did that feel for you?
Well, first thing first, our victory is your victory, Mark. Because
goddamn right.
We ain't shit without you. So, you know, that was a long time coming. You know, we've been busting our ass, and you know, COVID kind of put us derailed for a little bit, and I didn't get to see my partner for a while, so we weren't able to train as much as we would like going into the match. We knew that the Ducks were a cohesive unit, so, you know, that was on our mind if we can actually hang with them, and, we excelled way past our, expectations.
Absolutely. I mean, like the first time you guys, I think with wrestling BCW, you did face the Ugly Ducklings.
Yes.
They got the upper hand of you then. You guys were a very promising tag team. And of course, I saw that, and then that's how we came to be part of Satsujin. And, you guys have been like always the underrated tag team in that division. But I gotta say, as that tournament went on, I think you were catching a lot of people being like, oh shit, this team is really damn good.
Yeah. It was less about being underrated and more about giving the opportunities that we needed so we could show that we could hang. And, when they gave us that match against the Ducks the first time, they did walk away with the victory, but we showed that we belonged in BCW, and, it was a fight to the top ever since.
For sure. Dude, I've watched that tape back quite a few times, and I was like, God damn, like East Coast Syndicate, that's a debut. Even though you guys lost, I mean, you guys, I think you guys definitely had the crowd going there. I mean, you definitely showed, even management, like, shit, this team can go.
Yeah, one thing about us is, when me and Chris get in the ring, win, lose, or draw, we're going to leave it all out there, and we're going to have those fans in our support by the end.
Always. Anytime we head out there, whether heel or face, you always hear the crowd chanting ECS or East Coast or some sort of variation of that. The fans love you guys because you guys bring that energy.
Yeah. I mean, like you've seen it firsthand. We will go out there and try to get the fans to hate us sometimes, and they organically attract to us, and we just run with it.
Exactly. I think you just have to run with it. The fans will tell you what they want. They're going to boo you. They're going to cheer you. Whatever reaction you're going to get, I mean, that's what you're doing right there. Obviously, the fans support you guys. They something about you that is it's like a magnet, man. It's attracted to your talent, to your skill set. And I want to talk about Satsujin real fast before we head on to some other things here. Satsujin, I imagine you've been watching this podcast a little bit here. I've had some other Satsujin members on. There seems to be a different direction that Satsujin is going, and that's not really known yet. I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Well, everything runs its course.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say that Satsujin is done. But, like with COVID and everything, everybody kind of had to go their own way. And at the moment, everybody's flourishing. Rick's doing his thing. He was just on AEW Dark. Hell, he just got shouted out by Jim Cornette. Whether it was a good or a bad, note, he was still acknowledged, So that's a good direction. And the kid's all over the place, busting his ass. Chris Barton, man, he's developing a singles career. And I'm the most happiest for him, I've been patiently waiting for my opportunities. I came back a little prematurely in January against Darius Carter. It was a huge opportunity. I didn't want to turn it down, and it kind of woke me up. My cardio wasn't where it was at. I was about 15 pounds heavier, and it was a huge wake-up call. And ever since that day, I've been grinding to prove that. I belong and I deserve that championship.
And there it is. There it is. Yes, I know that was a big moment for you going into that match with Darius Carter. We talked about that actually on the side. And, I know that meant a lot for you to gain that opportunity because Darius Carter, I mean, we all know his reputation. We all know how damn good he is. I don't think necessarily you get enough credit yourself, especially being BWF World Heavyweight Champion. So, what was it that woke you up for that? I mean, what was the exact moment there? It was like, shit, I got some work to do.
I was working heavily on my ground game. I studied him inside out. And no matter what I did, he had a trick around up his sleeve for, everything I tried to pull out. And he just really brought me into deep waters. And it woke me up, man. I realized that my cardio wasn't where it was. And ever since then, I've been running 4 or 5 miles a day, staying consistent on my diet, lifting heavy weights and just, doing what a champion should do. I took off a little while on exercising and, I was wrestling just to stay, in the scene. I was doing tag matches out in Connecticut, but I wasn't really giving it my all. I was happy where I was in life with my girlfriend and my dog and just living upstate and enjoying the time off. But I took a little bit too much time off and I enjoyed myself a little bit too much.
I don't think you're alone in that. I think during the pandemic, there's a few people, including myself in the beginning, that was just like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to treat this kind of like a vacation. But then it was just like, man, this is lasting a little bit longer than I thought it would.
And there was nothing we could do, but, hopefully we're right around the corner, man. We're right there.
Oh, I feel it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about you being BWF World Heavyweight Champion. I was there for that as well. Called commentary. I think some would say I actually even helped you win that championship.
Man, bro, you always make sure I come out on top.
But that was you. I mean, I was just trying to direct the referee do his job, and then TJ Marconi decided to put his hands on me, but whatever.
Listen, some can argue that our strategy wasn't, the most noble strategy, but at the end of the day, we had to take down the giant one way or another.
Absolutely.
We had a game plan, and it worked.
Absolutely. So, listen, I mean, there was a lot of people were really surprised that you won that match. I think it's safe to say you went into that match, and even the rematch, as a huge underdog. I mean, what did TJ Marconi call you, a paper champion? I just watched that promo back recently.
Yeah, he called me a make-believe champion. But another thing he did in that segment was he turned on 2 of his greatest friends in Sebastian Cage and Astro Morales. So that speaks volumes of what type of man he is. TJ Marconi is a very selfish individual. He calls himself a mad titan, like he's like, who the fuck he thinks he is. But you know what? I got a newsflash for you, dude. I've taken you down every chance I had, and especially when it mattered the most. So you don't think I got something up my sleeve? I got another thing coming, kid.
Listen, one thing I've always said about you, Dom, is that what people underestimate about you, like they may look at your size, they may think like they could tower over you or bull right through you. It doesn't matter. You always get back up. You get knocked down 9 times, you get back 12. That's who you are, because you are all heart. That's what you bring to this.
My heart is tough as shoe leather. You're going to have to kill me to keep me down.
And one thing about TJ Marconi, some would say he might not even have a heart. So he doesn't even understand that.
Those are straight facts.
What does that mean to you, though? I mean, that was a big opportunity for you to win a BWF World Heavyweight Champion. That's your first major singles championship that you have. What does that mean for you now? Like, did that cause any type of friction between you and Chris Barton, your tag team partner? You talk about him having a budding, singles career going on. How does that affect you guys, coming back together for BCW as a tag team?
Not at all. I think it'll make us stronger than ever. Because, remember, Chris and me, there's a huge age gap. And he's slowly becoming a man. And he's finding himself. And I think that him having this singles career is the best thing he can have right now. This is a mutual agreement. This isn't like one's mad at the other and we're going our separate ways. This is, I care for you and I want you to excel. And if this is where you're getting your opportunities right now and they don't want me or vice versa, then go there and prove why you deserve to be there. And when it's our time to come back,
which is soon, hopefully.
Absolutely. I hope it's this summer, man.
I know. I hear the rumors about BCW. I hear the bells are ringing. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's upon us. Hopefully it's a little closer than AC.
Yeah, right. Although AC was fun. I had
It
a
was
lot of fun
fun.
down there.
I hate the drive back, with the Sunday traffic, especially. Everybody's trying to like beat the traffic back from AC.
See, I stayed, man. I got the suite and everything. I was going to party with you guys, and I heard you guys had to go right back out. I was like, son of a bitch. I still had a good time.
I didn't go out. I stood in the room and I just relaxed with my girl. Got a bottle of vodka. And
Boom. There it is. But, speaking of events, and, you have one coming up. You have a major one coming up.
Yes, I do.
IWA, the Summit Match. 4 companies, 4 champions, only 1 winner. Tell me about this, man. This sounds like it's this as big as it gets right now in the Indies, especially in New York scene.
Yeah, it appears that Intense Wrestling Alliance has a trick up their sleeve, and they really came through with this concept. It's an honor to be a part of it. Once I heard that this was announced, I was the first person to throw my hat in the name because it's been over a year since I got to defend this. I have a lot to prove. I have a lot to prove to a lot of people, especially myself. So Sebastian Cage, man, I've been in the ring with him once or twice. He's a very talented individual. Then we got Cerebrus, who's the standalone champion, and I personally never met the man. I mean, he's colossal, and it's gonna be a mountain I'm gonna have to climb, but I will.
And then of course TJ Marconi.
And then we got our buddy, our old friend, the Mad Titan himself, TJ Marconi. Mr. I'm all about myself, and selfishly, I want to hold all the titles, and I don't want nobody to make no money. Nobody eats when TJ Marconi's in the room.
Oof. Strong words there, Dom.
How many times have we shut him up in the past?
A lot of times. We even got close to breaking his neck. The man, I give it to him. He keeps coming back.
Yeah, but I'm not a bad guy, but I have some violent tendencies when I want to get what I want. And all his trash talking online made me want his title, made me want Sebastian Cage's title even more, made me want to hold the trifecta. I've never even stepped foot in standalone wrestling. Now I'm going to walk in there, their champion, in my debut.
That's how it's done. That's how it's done right there. That's setting a statement right there. But, you are going to a match with 3 other champions, 3 other competitors. We could talk all day about TJ Marconi, how we feel about him. You can't deny his ability. I mean, he is damn good at what he does. He's a big man who does moves that he shouldn't be able to do, but yet he still does them.
I mean, the guy likes to do his cartwheels, whatever. Just no. I got a move for everything this guy thinks he's gonna pull out. So,
but you have 2 other champions to worry about. Dom, how do you approach something like this?
Coming back, like I said, I have a chip on my shoulder, man. You're gonna see a more aggressive side to me, Mark, and that's saying a lot because you see me act aggressive.
We call you the psycho assassin for a reason.
Absolutely, and that's no gimmick. That's the truth. That was what I was before I got into wrestling. Not an assassin, but a motherfucking psycho. Okay? And I've been dealing with guys like that my whole life. Cerebrus is like close to 7 foot tall. TJ is 6'6". Fighting guys like that was a Saturday night for me in my 20s. All right? I was laying fucking waste to guys like that before I stepped foot in a ring. Right? Because that's just how I do it. All right? So going in there, I have a clear advantage. Because as cutthroat as TJ is, I've lived that life already. I know what it takes to wipe everybody off the slate. And I'm going to do it on June 5th.
Well, I'll tell you what, as someone that's been by your side quite a bit, you have proven that every single time and then some. I am looking forward to see what you do June 5th. I have nothing but faith in you. I know what you're capable of. And I think they continuously underestimate you, and I think they're gonna be in trouble because of that. But Dominick, thank you so much for joining me on Hollywood's Corner. You are the man, dude. I can't wait to link up with you again.
Yeah, man, we gotta have another brunch soon. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. Get those Bloody Marys going.
This time on location,
On location, indeed. I know plenty of good brunch spots. Hopefully, they're still open. Actually,
after the 5th, I'm gonna indulge a little bit, son.
Just a little bit. You still got to look like a champion.
Rightfully so, exactly. But rightfully so.
The Rock has a cheat meal every now and then. So
yeah, but I'm not gonna go eat 400 pancakes. I can't do that.
I don't think anyone can. I think he's the only one that can do that. But guys, thank you so much for joining me for Hollywood's Corner. You can check out our podcast, Shot of Wrestling, every Monday, where we go over wrestling shows, we review them, we debate about them, we talk all things wrestling. In the meantime, Hollywood is out.